Alright, we live? Sounds like we're live. Alright, we live? Sounds like we're live. Okay, there's a little bit of quietness at the moment, only because I'm pretty sure the background music gets copyright claimed, so I'm just leaving that in there for now. Where am I putting Stengel? I'm putting Stengel in the pocket, which means I'm going to be putting Henry on the bench. No, I'm going to put Dacos on the bench because Dacos is more of a midfielder. We don't have a spot for him right now. I do want to put Greenwood there because I believe, is he on the, yes he is. And then maybe that's where I put Sidebottom. I would also like to have Kruger side. Have him. He's in that spot, isn't he? Yeah, that's interesting because oh no, I'd probably maybe keep Checkers on a flank. That seems about right, I think. In fact, I might actually just share out the stream too. Never know. And then Twitter. Yep, that's all there. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe Quainer on the bench, and then Rusco takes his spot as main up. Probably goes up to about half back, but except for maybe the bench. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I think there's one. I'm not sure which one it is. Possibly Johnson. Because I know I had AJ on my side. We're good to go there? Yep, alright, all good. Alright, we had a bit of technical difficulties there, but I think we've overcome them. And yeah, let's continue on. So I think that's about it for now. I do have injuries on 100, so hopefully someone gets injured. Alright, we're back. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it in terms of the lineup. I can't see it changing too drastically after that, but that's basically what we're gonna go with. So yeah, let's get things started. Yeah, alright, good work, idiot. Alright, we will now move on. Alright, here we go. This is, yeah, started 2021, and let's get the season started. Come on. I don't get the controls right. There we go, get it out of there. Yeah, good work, checkers. Yeah, Coxie out. One out with Coxie. Yes. Alright, here we go. Yep, goal to Coxie. I might get some commentary on for this, because I only had commentary off in the other stream because I had a friend of mine talking. Because it's hard to hear both voices, but I think because we got no other voices here, we'll put that up to a 4, I think. Don't want it too loud.
About to resume hostilities.
There we go. I might put it up to a 6. Ooh. I'll put it back up to 8, why not?
Ball up in the centre square. Grundy aims for his man on the ground. Can already tell that's not too good. He looks injured.
Ooh, was that Grundy injured, was it?
Will be taking a close look at that one. Wallace goes with the kick. Collects the loose ball. Takes a strong mark. A quick handball from Henry. Ball picked up. Finding the loose ball was Hoskinelli.
How's that still on the board? Didn't even get rid of it. Didn't push any buttons to get rid of it at least.
Coughed up by 52. Picked off by Johannesson. Ball up on the outer side wing. Myerjack with a big fist on it. Johannesson slick with the hands. Trelaw just through it.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, Lipinski, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna find Cox?
Up and goes long. Ends up turning his ball over. A spearing kick from Key. The ball goes over the boundary.
Okay, there we go.
Near the 50.
We should possibly get the ball back now.
We'll get a throw in. What can you tell us at this stage, Gary?
It's a really good contest out there right now, and it's great to watch.
Get in there. Oh, here we go.
Hold on here.
Tackle him. Got him. Yes, holding the ball.
Finds a way to hang on.
Fantastic.
So, what can Collingwood do with this opportunity
Okay.
in front of goal? Needs a big kick if he's going to put this through. Going for goal number one. On its way.
Yep. There we go. We got it.
On its way for another goal. It's exciting. We're back in the middle to resume play. Grundy won the hit out. Finds the loose ball. Elects to kick
I'm
it
getting
long.
the forward line.
Good mark, and looks to send it back. Looks to move it by foot. It's marked by Henry.
Collingwood have the lead, but they're allowing plenty of opposition marks inside
Hey,
50.
yeah,
They need to fix
nope.
up that aspect of their game if they're to stay on top.
Grundy got a fist to it. The ball mopped up.
One take. Oh, yes, there we go. Run into it.
Who can run?
Yes, there you go. Top that.
Puts through his first goal.
He knew that was home.
Back in the middle, has the rucks go at it. Wins the ruck duel with the ball now. Moore clears the congestion. Marked by Daniel. Daniel sends one up towards the wing. Looks like the ball will be coming back. Adams goes the top. Marks now.
Oh,
and can send
no.
it back. A free kick to Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, I thought they were going to play that.
Winds up and
Didn't get
goes
him out of there
long.
soon enough.
Adams scoops it up. Gets the loose ball.
Oh, got him.
We'll have another ball up. Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gags?
I'm really enjoying this one, Hutto.
Oh, go.
Holding the footy. De Goey, upended by Vandermeer.
Hey.
Beautiful tackle, Hutto.
Uses it now.
Oh, no,
Smith
he's
has
found
it.
him.
Chance to put one through for his side. The distance might be just beyond him.
Oh, here we go.
Goes for the goals. Just gave it
Oh,
away.
no. Got out of jail there. What are you doing, mate?
Western Bulldogs reduce the margin.
Stop.
Ready to bring it back into play. Ends up marking uncontested. Howe puts the foot down. He drives it. De Goey leaps over the top.
Yes, so thought. Go, run, run it, run it.
Hoskin-Elliott moves it now.
Here we go, Nick Dacos. What's he gonna do? Just kick it along,
39
mate.
puts it on the boot.
Oh,
Collingwood are in the lead by 17.
Collingwood grew up and about early, and I bet the coach would be happy with this lead at quarter time.
What do you make of it all, Gaz?
Western Bulldogs are doing a great job of applying pressure and creating turnovers. It's allowing them plenty of
Centre ready to get underway.
I might actually, just real quick, see if I can create a... So Kev, if you're able to join that, we can then get things started with the voice chat and you can come on.
We resume hostilities. Clears the contest. Henry gathers it now. Spills the mark. Lipinski does get the handball away. Liberatore cuts it off.
Let him up, well better.
Now we will get a ball up. Mychek won the hit out.
Right.
Turns on the gas. Pendlebury kick goes inside the 50. 52 takes it well. Slips the handball to
Oh,
Stevie.
what the hell? Oh, I wasn't supposed to handball that.
Wood pushes a low ball. The mark is taken by Mychek. 35 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking.
We should kick this.
He goes for broke.
There you
It's
go.
going to be close. bounce to restart the game. Has a man running for him. Sinks the slipper into it. Didn't have time to break stride to mark that.
Yeah, here we go, Coxie. He's gonna have another strong goal. I might actually just up this difficulty level a bit, because we don't have much of a tight contest here. Here we go, gameplay. I'll go senior for now. I think seniors.
Back in the middle now.
I think I still do alright on senior,
Grundy
but
just swats it away. Couldn't get the hand pass.
at least we might be able to get it a little bit more closer.
Grundy has resources out wide. A race for the loose ball.
No.
Picking it up was De going. They can create from this. Henry there to mop up. Keeps it moving.
Yes, Elliott, and then bang goal. There we go.
His teammates rush over. Collingwood fleet Western Bulldogs 36-1. Martin gets onto the ball. Takes possession. The loose ball picked up.
Yes, good tackle.
There'll be a ball up in the centre square. What can you tell us, Gaz?
This game needs a spark at the moment.
Hands that ball to the opposition. Roughing steals possession. Just handballs into space. Collected by Daniel. Wants to keep it moving. Gets a quick kick away.
Come on, punch.
Doing well to intercept that kick. Up by goals. Advantage. Moves it by foot. Wins the race to the ball. McRae drives the kick. Turns it over there. Decides to go to the middle. A chance to reload the attack now.
Well, when you look at the shots at goal, there just hasn't been enough scoring opportunities being created. Get the ball inside 50 and give your forwards a chance to take a mark. Collingwood.
Oh, good high tackle. Alright, we'll get the ball still.
Henry earns a free kick. Move it on. Moves the ball by foot.
Yes, can't believe that worked out.
Stengel elects to kick
On
it
to
long.
Checkers.
Goes to the
Oh,
footy. Bontempelli wins the foot race. Dug out the loose ball. Keith sends it clear of the contest.
punch.
Narrowly avoids the tackle. Intercepted. Ball up calls. Thump clear. Smith controlled it well off the bounce. Links with hands. Going for goal number one. Bontempelli kicking himself for missing that. A goal there. Could have got them going. Western Bulldogs behind by 34.
Hey, oh no, wasn't supposed to kick it that.
Under pressure and keeps it alive.
No, that wasn't the smartest thing to do.
Unfortunately not for long as the ball goes out. Liberatore coming on. The boundary umpire will toss it back in. What are your thoughts at the moment, Gaz?
I'm waiting for something to change the way this game is going right now.
Big thump for Grundy. Adams clean from the half volley.
Kick.
Quick handball. Dug out
Oh,
by
no.
English.
Good, Grundy.
A great defensive effort.
Come on, Hosk. Come on, break away from him. Break
Goes by
away
foot.
from him. Yes.
This one, all
Good.
goes out.
Alright, now we've got Kruger having a shot.
52, kick from beyond the 50.
Yes. We
He
got
might
this.
kick a goal. Looks okay off the boot. Top part through the goal. Gets his first. Look at him. He really enjoyed that one. Collingwood lead is now 40. Grundy with a punch. At half-time arrives, Gary. What are your thoughts on the first half?
The Magpies have controlled the play well and deserve this lead at halftime.
Any thoughts from you, Gaz?
Western.
Second half action about to commence. About to resume play. One down. The ball spills
Yep,
through.
alright, tackle,
Moscanelli
good.
collects the loose ball. Takes them on. He takes aim.
Yes,
Got the
good.
legs. It's there. And that puts them through. Centre bounce. possession. Ball
Ooh,
up
someone
in
got
the centre
reported.
square.
You got reported.
Punched away. Degoe doesn't make the tackle. Gets the handball away. Martin hacking it out of there. Wallace gets on the end of this. Shot to go for Western Bulldogs.
There you go. Dougie's got a goal.
Gets some reward. Back in the middle now. Won it down. Adams leading the ranking points on the ground.
He's on fire at the moment.
Wins possession.
Oh
Handballs.
no.
Has it now.
Oh, but this might work out.
Go for goal number one.
There we go.
Pinsky nurses it home.
I think that's his first goal.
Celebrate
Yeah, that's his first goal for the club. Well done, kid. So what? Kruger's kicked his first. Lipinski's kicked his first. And what? Stengel needs to kick one, unless if he's already kicked one.
North didn't dispose of it correctly and hands it over. Didn't get away from the tackle.
Coaches love to see that kind of tackling
I
pressure.
don't think we have anyone else that had their first goal yet. Oh, probably Dacos. Dacos and Stengel, I think, need to kick theirs.
Already kicked a couple of goals. This for number 3.
They're looking more
There we go, kick 10 straight. Normally don't do that.
Tap came from Grundy. He's got the footy in his hands. He's worked hard and probably needs a chance to rest.
Oh,
Out of bounds in the pocket.
Right now, I'm only seeing one team really putting their all into this contest.
Myercheck thumps it forward. He lays off the pass. Degoe going for number 1.
Alright, there you go, there's our first miss.
Collingwood lead, unsure of their next move. Does well to cut off the
Okay,
kick.
good.
52 lines up from long range.
Who's this Kruger? Oh, I'm getting a lot of lag here. Oh, there we go. It's a bit better, so...
He decides to go for home. Collingwood fans getting excited about that.
Don't know what that was, but the response wasn't
52.
great.
Umpire ready to resume play.
Hey.
Collingwood are getting beaten at the coalface. They need to rectify these clearance numbers to give themselves the best chance going forward.
Dishes it off. Howe gets the loose ball. Puts boot to ball. He intercepts the ball well. Smith searches for the teammate downfield. Here's a chance for the clean. Plays on now. Puts it on the boot. English with an easy mark. Just put it on the boot. Strong with the body. And
Might
wins
pull
the
this
mark.
forward a bit.
Chance to put one through here for...
See if that works.
45 metres out.
Because there's not really a lot of response coming from my controller right now.
Hunter can bring the fans alive with this kick. Nurses that ball through the big sticks.
He's absolutely loving it.
He acknowledges.
Some great ball movement there. Just knew they were
Push
going to
back,
score.
possibly. I don't know how far I can push back, that's all.
The game is back
Alright, all
underway.
good, mate. Just jump on the chat
Collingwood
whenever you're
need to
ready.
be far more competitive with their clearance work. They can't win games that way.
Taken well at ground level by Degoe. Gets on the end of this. Elects to kick. Looks like the ball will be coming back. Decides to kick. McRae found some space and marked. Chose to kick it.
Ah, come
Picks
on.
up the loose ball. Gone in the tackle. Stengel
There we
shutting
go.
down. 35 metres out. Kick will be from a 45-degree angle.
Oh, I think he's got this one.
Going for goal number 1. Kick on
Yep,
the way.
he's got it. I think we just need Dacos to kick one now.
Smiles all round. Collingwood doing well at the moment. We're back in the middle.
Hey.
Over. Penalty releases it under pressure. Wood will get the free.
Alright. You there, Kev?
Movement by hand. Elliott finds possession. Finds his man. Dishes it off to a player on the run. 52. Elects to kick.
We'll see where Kev's at. You there, mate? You there?
Yeah.
Yep, all good.
52.
It hasn't always...
So, how are things?
Oh, not much. Just the usual.
I actually finished early today, so didn't get to do much, which was actually good because, yeah, just to have a easy day and just sort of relax. When you do a couple days of like work and stuff, it can be good just to reset.
That's alright.
Alright, has there been anything that that's popped up for you that you want to talk about in the rumor department, I guess?
Well, I did hear that Alex Francis joined
Yeah, the
as
coaching
an
staff.
part-time assistant coach. The one thing a decision is expected soon from the AFL on mandatory vaccinations for players and staffs. McLaughlin said early this month it's a complicated issue with some resistance from the AFL Players Association, but he made his own thoughts clear again on Tuesday before returning to Melbourne. So St Kilda players are getting their vaccine this time as well. If we want to get back, if we want to get our lives back and get back to doing things a simple way and opening up, we need to be vaccinated and tell journalists that their ball. Yeah, I agree with that. Because if you don't want people missing out going to the footy and that and being able to talk to the fans and that, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you think about all those, like, after game functions and stuff, and how much interactions they would have with people, it'd be a fair bit, I'd imagine.
I should get it.
Yeah, so there's been nothing, I guess, obviously there's nothing officially. The only thing I can maybe think of is that there's a little bit of an update from the Patrick Lipinski front. Is that basically all doggies are saying is that because they put a 3-year deal in front of Lipinski, they reckon that they'll get Lipinski for a little bit cheaper. Sorry, there's a little, a little bit more value for like Lipinski. So dogs are wanting a second round pick because they're saying that, hey, we were going to sign this dude to a 3-year contract. But in saying that, like, why would you sign a kid to a 3-year contract if he played VFL for the majority of the year? So I think it's a bit fluff just to get a little bit more perceived value from him, but
that's it.
because yeah, I don't think, if you're gonna give a kid 3 years, especially like, and like, is he worth the 3 years? Yeah, definitely, but like, you don't. If you're gonna do that, things like that normally happen. Like, I'll put this. It's just the way they said it. They just tried to act as if he's like more required than what he actually is, and they do that because it it's perceived as more value, and but that's really the only thing they've got is that, oh, but we were gonna sign him. It's like, yeah, but the guy doesn't want to be there because you haven't played him. So I think we're gonna probably win it, like win the trade regardless on value. It's just a matter of what we have to lose for him. And you know, you got, I think Adam Cooney did like a mega trade, and it was something like he basically used all current picks, and it's like if you know anything about our trade with either Lipinski or Kruger, is that the last thing we're going to use is current picks. So it's either going to be a future third or fourth, at the very least. And it might even get to the point where we might even do a thing where we do like a pick swap with Kruger. And when it comes to I think Lipinski, I'm hearing I think Collingwood are going to ask for a 4th round now.
So we fucking should.
Yeah. Because I can guarantee you, if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have done the same thing. Hey Tom.
Oh, for sure, man.
And then the fact that they just want to probably ignore the whole, you know, how the Treloar situation went down, and Treloar went for pick swaps, and like Treloar's better than what Lipinski is. So,
100%.
you know, you wanna have one side where you wanna get Treloar for basically pick swaps, but then, you know, when the shoe's on the other foot, you want Lipinski for a 2nd round pick. Like, nah, that's not how it works. You screwed us over, now this time around we're screwing you over. Yeah, I'd actually, one thing I do want to touch on though too is that when it comes to Ned Guy, all of his mistakes aren't necessarily his mistakes too, and that's what I think some people don't sort of understand, is that I think the majority of Ned Guy's problems came from Eddie, and the fact that Eddie was just demanding, you do this, you have to get this done, or else. He basically had nothing to work with. He had no. Seems like I'm a bit low on the. Sorry, a bit too high on the mic. But yeah, I think I fixed it now. But yeah, like to just go and just like not give him any. Like, at least give the guy like some like leeway in terms of like, so that he's got some level of bargaining power. When Eddie was doing the whole, you know, the plan of attack for the trade period, he like basically he just went, all right, well, we want this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy gone. Don't get how you do it, but get them gone. He did the complete opposite, but like he did the same thing, but on the opposite end for Beams. Basically, just saying, I don't care how you get him in, but get him in. So we got him in for, what was it, 2 firsts, and we got Beams, and I think like a 3rd round or something for a memory. So that was just dumb. And if that had anything, because there was a rumor of how Eddie paid Beams' like debt or something, like apparently you had like a shitload of debt, and I think we mentioned the other day how you were saying that there was like a rumor where there were bikies at the training ground or something like that, and were wanting to see Beams or something. So
yeah, I've heard that so many times.
Yeah,
heard it from other opposition sports, but then again, I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't think it was 75, Tom. I think it was 65. But yeah, that again, that pissed me off. Like, you had Phillips, who's, even though, like, I actually didn't realize like how much criticism Phillips was actually copying, because I thought Flip was like easily in our top half of players. Because the thing is that he would always have a really good first half of the year and then would always drop off. So, you know, his first half of the year, you're thinking, geez, this guy's a chance to maybe fit into the top 10 in maybe the Brownlow, because there was a couple of years where in the first half, like, he was averaging, I think, like, if it wasn't in the high 20s, like low 30s of disposals. Like, you know, get stats like that by sitting on your ass. Um, yeah, I heard that rumor too about how Beams was stealing credit cards too. So he was like taking other players' credit cards and either gambling with it or like betting or something along those lines. So that's pretty screwed up if that's true. Um, we'll just check to see if I've got any injuries on this front and any tribunals.
Well, I think it's just a lot of with that as well. Like, I think if that is the case, I'm sorry, but
Well, at the end of the day, it's just not okay. Like, it's unheard of for Eddie to go through all those situations and to and mind you, we do have to be transparent and fair. Like, all those things are not confirmed, um, or they're not things that are public knowledge, so we don't know for sure. But I don't know, just in the last 12 months and how we've seen Eddie and how he's been. All the things I used to, you know, brush off and like, oh yeah, media's just trying to hate. Some of it now I'm looking at and I'm like, if they came out and actually gave us a definitive answer if this was true or false, I feel like some of these are actually like the majority of the things that he came up with, especially in the last like 24 months, were just full of shit. Like there was ones where, you know, he tried to come off as like comical, like the side bottom one, how, or was it how Jeremy Howe was like injured all year or something, and apparently Sidebottom went to go see him and had too many drinks or something, and apparently he just fell out the front door, and there was cops at the front door or some shit like that, and he was like in his underwear or some shit, and it's like even if that's true, like how do you get to that point? So, and obviously, you know, now that we know that Eddie has, I mean, for me personally, I think he's always had a history in terms of cleaning up a lot of the stories that actually happened, and then putting in a little bit of like sugar on top, I guess, in a sense.
oh yeah.
Why have I got Rue my ruck right now? um, yeah, like,
I think as well on top of that, like, people can say what they want, oh, it's just a meeting. Well, guys, people hear stuff that you'd be surprised where the rumors are coming from. It could be people from the club that is just saying stuff, and it's just making sure that, to try and keep it hush hush.
yeah,
Like, they're there to do their job, and if you hear something, don't just try and say, oh no, it's just mainstream media. So there's obviously something to that if they've been hearing it. You only report on what you're hearing. You don't just report like, um, for example, you know, Jade Stevenson had a fight. That was well known back. That was well known last year for it. I mean, there's
yeah,
stories that got covered up about Richmond. And the AFL did.
yeah,
With the homeless stuff, it's just like, well, hang on a minute. If the AFL knew that breach, Why didn't they find him?
Oh, I'm sure the AFL
What
know.
stories
I'm sure the AFL has got so much dirt on every club. It's ridiculous. Because every club's got to have some skeletons in the closet, and that's not a comment just to say, oh, but everybody's bad, so we're good. And that's not where I want to take it. But I would imagine that every club, like, I mean, even if we look at, say, for example, like someone like a West Coast, like the AFL, got profit off of Ben Cousins' like habits of doing drugs. And if anyone wants to be, if anyone wants to be ignorant of that fact, you can live your life however you want to. But the fact that if you're gonna tell me that the AFL didn't know that, even though they had policies in place to where you're not supposed to be doing drugs and stuff as AFL players, they made a whole documentary, and like there was always like a weekly story of Ben Cousins doing something like from like a drug like related type of story. And the
As
AFL just
far as
sat
the
there and,
West
and done
Coast as
nothing, and they
well.
profited off him to make a documentary of it and saying, "Oh no, you shouldn't be doing drugs because drugs are bad." And it's like, huh? Like, why don't you for like? And he never got fined, he never got suspended. Like, they just left him alone basically. But but then but then like when you do it, you wanna try and kill the careers of Josh Thomas and Keith. Like,
Guess it's Collingwood.
no, it's because it was
Collingwood's
the
getting
first
paid.
opportunity to punish someone for that crime or for that act, and it
Yeah.
was somebody that didn't have a name. Because as much as we say that, like, I think Josh Thomas is a great player, but if you're telling me that Josh Thomas has a name within AFL, it's that the AFL essentially want to keep, then you're lying to yourself. So, but because he has an AFL name to, obviously, because he plays in the AFL, he's one of those guys where he's not one of your marketable players, so you're not essentially losing money if you tarnish his name, but then you can get that message out and say, well, drugs are bad. When in actual fact, they should have been doing that from the start, no matter who the player is.
Just remember these guys, there was fights happening at West Coast with Adam, with Daniel Chick and a few other West Coast Eagles players. And that's well known that shit's happening. Yeah, their
Yeah, it wasn't Daniel
premierships.
Chick getting in a bar fight like every 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, and then he got into a fight with his own teammates where one of the directors or one of the people at West Coast heard and told him to fucking called it out.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you hear rumours about Dane Beans. Just go, okay, that's not surprising. If this is actually true, then why wasn't
Well,
this dealt
in
with at the
fairness,
time?
we don't want to be promoting misinformation if it is misinformation, so we can't definitively say if it's true or not. But in saying that, you do have to admit there is a lot of smoke to this fire, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah.
So we can't definitively say what they've done, but well, that's a nice goal. Yeah. So and I think that's really the only update that I can think of at the moment, unless if something's happened in the last few minutes, which it probably would have. I feel like the good stories come out around about now, actually.
That's why I see. I'm big on. I don't know about you, but I'm big on coming out and saying, "Yep, that did happen, and it did happen." You don't have to go through the whole, okay, what? what went on. Just come at me. Look, there were some things with Dane Beams that happened, and that part is true. The rumors about Beams is true.
But I think but I'm pretty
Every
sure there's a business reason behind it though. I think it's like, if they get caught with like knowing, like the fact if it becomes public knowledge, I think there's like, yeah, well, I mean, even with like beams and stuff, like even if he like, because I know he obviously, and you know whether if you want to say he wanted, you know, he's because didn't Collingwood pay him a fair bit too? Like he didn't come cheap, I don't think.
yeah,
And I
he
think
didn't.
are we still paying off his contract, or is that finished
I
now?
think so, but I think it would have been gone. I think maybe.
No, because I think we had to. I think when he like left, which is obviously in 2020, I think he had an extra year. So I think he's done now. But we had to pay a yearly salary when he didn't even play. But I don't know how all that stuff works, but yeah.
Don't be surprised. Like Eddie, as good as he was, there's a few things that he covered up, and unfortunately, like everybody
Yeah.
knows about
Oh,
what's
sorry. I
going
was just
on.
about to say that rings a bell in terms of what Tom was saying. Yeah, I think they had a conversation with the AFL, and because yeah, I think if the AFL didn't step in, I think they would have paid like 2 years of full salary to Beams, and he wouldn't have played a game. And then the year he did go, I think he only played like 8 games, I think it was. So he would have played 8 games in 3 years, and he would have got 3 years worth of salary.
That fucking pissed me off. That really
Yeah.
did.
And then
Like, I
considering all
get
the
there is
rumors
some
that,
mental health, but my problem is with that is that is it because you're really suffering mental health, or is it
I think
some
he was
sort of
just,
political
no, I think he was
spin?
suffering because he was under so much stress and pressure due to all maybe because if the money rumors are true, then that would explain why he would be so stressed. Because you'd have bikies coming after you and all that stuff. You'd have, you know, people that you're owing decent money to. I mean that is something you could then put down to, oh, I'm stressed. And if that's, and where that, I guess, narrative came from, if that came from um you know, if that came from, I guess, trying to think, you know, came from him stressing about, you know, all the issues or the shit he'd put in himself, or if he was generally um unwell due to mental health. Because there's no doubt you would have been affected mentally through all that stuff, but like at the same time, yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of it's a bit of how do I put this? Like it just seems like there needs to be a bit more research to go into this to figure out what's actually happening and what's actually going on.
It just jacks me off. Well, not in a disturbing way. It just jacks me off that the fact is that it doesn't help when our own club doesn't tell us, yes, the rumors are true, no it's not.
Yeah. So, what did he lie? What did he lie about at Brisbane, Tom? Because I got to be honest, I'm not too sure on the Brisbane front in terms
I've
of what he
heard that
did.
he was gambling.
Yeah, so was he doing the gambling both at Brisbane as well? Because I know he was. The rumor was saying he was doing it here. Yeah, no, so yeah,
He
it would
was
have
gambling a fair bit.
because that was why Eddie brought him over, was because he basically paid off the debt, and then because the rumor was Eddie paid off the debt, and then that's why Beams then said he wanted to come over to Collingwood, and then he made the whole spiel of how he wanted to come back because he loved Collingwood so much, and he never wanted to leave in the first place, and he just wants to come back because he loves the club so much. But I think that's a bit of, now in hindsight, that just looks like a little bit of like desperation, and the fact that Eddie probably paid his pockets is a bit. I know it looks a lot more sus than what it did originally.
Oh, 100% agree with you, man. I 100% agree.
Mm.
I've heard, because my cousin's a Brisbane supporter,
Bye,
so
Bella.
I can get this information from him. And I like the rumour was going around because I said to him, did the gambling start at Collingwood or Brisbane? He said, no, I'm pretty sure it was at Brisbane. And it's
Mm.
just like,
Oh
oh
yeah, how did
wow.
he go with that Big Brother stuff as well too? Because that's like a whole nother thing entirely. Because then at that point, if you're going into things like Big Brother, like, I'm sorry,
He
but my
went up there
patience is gonna
because he
wear
was
pretty thin
bad.
if you're gonna say that you have mental health issues and then go into Big Brother. That's a bit sort of like that contradicts the whole I have like mental health. Because like, why would you?
Don't be surprised.
Because unless if
Don't
he
be
needs like more
surprised.
money, well, why would he want to go there?
But I suffer from mental health with these lockdowns, and it's just like, um, you don't just go on some TV show unless if you're willing to put yourself out there.
Yeah. Oh, and then yeah,
So,
Tom's even right then there as well. Like in the BNF when he was at the best and fairest for Brisbane, and he poured his heart out saying that I love these guys, I love this club, and I ain't leaving. And if you think I'm leaving, well, you can tell those people to basically get stuffed. Like, then yeah, however long it was, if it was 2 weeks later, he's basically gone from that to, all right, I want to go to Collingwood now. So whether if that is you know, Eddie
I think
paying those
he
debts,
changed
and
his mind. I think that's what he did. I don't think he was sure.
that
I
was
think
that was that was my reasonings before, you know, obviously not having a good opinion of Eddie, but now that with everything of that's happening with Eddie, because he would have obviously have had his number, he would have, you know, just said, mate, you know, I know you need all this debt issues, we need a player like you. I'll pay off your debts, and you just say that you want to come to Collingwood, and we'll get the deal done. And then that would have also made Eddie Maguire pressure Ned Guy into a deal, would have pressured him into giving up 2 first rounders for us, for Beams. And I think that's where it stems from. So yeah, I mean, at this point, if people are thinking that, you know, we're gonna be lost without Eddie, I'm sorry, but I think Eddie leaving is gonna be the best thing for us. And the fact that we have this whole new culture of like honesty and working hard for opportunities, it's going to work out so much better for us in the long run.
oh, let's see, like it's fucking. Like, I love being a Collingwood supporter, but then to cop shit about it,
Mm.
and it's just like, mate, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mm. But also
Like,
as well, you gotta also understand, especially if you're talking about people on Twitter. I mean, I just came on to the stream and I just found out I just had a reply to, because I replied, I shouldn't have done it because I shouldn't have given the guy time of day because he clearly, he clearly shows he's a Carlton supporter. But he basically replied with, oh yeah, and this guy ended up thinking this guy was, and that the Pies were going to make top 8. And I just replied to him because I thought, yeah, he's probably going to bite back. And I just said, yeah, so what? Pies will make the top 8. It's not like Carlton will. And then, what was it? Someone ended up replying, sending a screenshot of the TAB numbers of chances of teams winning a premiership. And then I think in the caption of it was something like, well, let me get up this tweet. I'll get it up. Yeah, so obviously he replies with saying, but he has Pies in the 8. And then I replied with Pies will make the 8, and Pies are a lot closer than the Blues are to winning a grand final. And then he responds with the screenshot of the TAB odds, and then someone's just come in and just obviously has done my work for me basically, saying what betting suggests there's no relevance to anything. Betting suggested Essendon would finish second last. Betting also suggested that Melbourne were around 40 to 1 to win the flag, using odds as an indicator on rating teams. And then he's just got the crying, laughing emojis, and then the facepalm emoji.
was
So,
this in a
dude's
message
already
or
done my work for me, so I don't have to do anything. Thanks.
was this in a message?
Oh, it was in a. What was it from? It was from.
Cause
He's turned it into a TAB conversation. And I never said Collingwood would win this year. I just said that we're a better chance of winning the premiership than Carlton. Which, am I wrong?
no.
Oh yeah, well done, mate. You backed at Melbourne at 450 to 1. Yeah, I'm sure that would have been like 2 weeks before the grand final. Yeah. And then he put $800 on it.
Fuck me, man.
Jesus. Wait, when did he do that? Oh, is that on the 25th of the 9th? That was when the grand final was played, wasn't it? Yeah, that was. Yeah, he wouldn't have done it on the day. Because Melbourne wouldn't have been $4.50 on the day. He would have done it, what, a month out?
I would have been September or something. So
Man, just some of these people, like, I swear. Yeah, no, just waste your time, these people. Yeah, because it must be so brave picking out the premiership winner about a month before it happens. And even then, I didn't even mention that we would win the grand final. I just said that we were a better chance. But Actually, I wouldn't mind knowing what our odds are to make the 8, because I might actually put a bet on that, actually.
Gamble responsibility.
Yep,
Responsible,
yeah,
everyone.
actually, yeah, I probably should be saying that, shouldn't I? Yeah, make sure if you do it safe, or you do it in a responsible manner. And yeah, I'd only do like $5-10, like, if anything, but yeah. Oh, have you seen any tweets from Swoop or Lockie? If they're going on at some point?
Haven't seen anything. Let's check.
Oh, here we go. I only just realised this, but there's 13 seconds to go, and I'll just keep the winner, I think. I'll just keep the goal to be in front. What's the time now? Just past 6:30.
What the fuck?
What?
An hour ago. Because this is what Lockie comment on it, right? I've heard it from a very reliable source that Scott Pendlebury will play for Richmond next year.
Oh,
The
yes,
deal will
yeah, I saw
involve.
that. That's not gonna happen. You know why? Because in that tweet, what was it? He said that this is a reliable source, and he capitalized reliable. If you have a decent source, you shouldn't have to be putting reliable in capital letters. That's like someone saying, like someone having to tell you that they tell you the truth all the time. If they have to say that, then they were never a truthful person in the first place. Um, Rightio. Apparently, Port are now going to start trading Peter Laddams, and now they're saying that they want to keep him, but they're only saying that because they want to trade him off and they want to give him more value. Because if they say, "Oh yeah, no, we don't want to get rid of him anymore," then why the hell did they tell him to piss off like 2 weeks ago?
Sure did.
Yeah, no one's believing that bullshit. Yeah, it's looking like Coleman Jones might be going to the preseason draft too. And if that happens, that gives us even more leverage with Lipinski. I think there's anything else on Twitter, but Um, yeah, it doesn't look like there's been anything. Oh yeah, I'm seeing the Pendle's tweet now. Yeah, he literally says reliable in capital letters. Like that already to me devalues like whatever you have to say. If you have to convince someone to say whatever you say has more weight, then your words have no weight.
Yeah. Mate, the guy's a fucking wanker on Twitter.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's coming from. Okay, yeah, all right, that's actually pretty funny. Fake Footy ended up tweeting, and it said, and I quote, "I've analysed all 18 AFL lists, and in my opinion, they are literally no good players currently in the league. List management guru Matt Rendell has run his eyes over every single player in the AFL. As he says, I can't identify one decent player." But that it's just a little like joke tweet, and it's not. It's probably nothing he even said, but to be honest, if he said that, I actually probably would imagine he would have said it.
Oh, fucking hell, I'm busting for a piss.
Super Footy is live at the moment. They're talking about Lipinski. They're saying he could be the steal of the trade. Not knowing all the other players off the top of my head, but I'd imagine he'd definitely be up there. Especially if we're going to be. I mean, I'm hearing it's going to be similar to what we got Jordan Roughhead in terms of a trade. Like I'm hearing pick 75 type sort of trading.
I hope we keep him for a couple more years.
Who Roughhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He'll probably retire in the black and white, and we'll probably get another 2 years out of him. But yeah, it looks like Pies are going to try and get Lipinski for around a pick 75. Because yeah, if they screwed us around with Trelaw, we're going to screw them around with Lipinski. And especially as well, one thing we haven't mentioned as well, how good is the combination of going into conversations with, trades and drafts and all that stuff when you got Graham Wright and Derek Hine in the room representing your club. Like that would be like that makes me so happy knowing that those two are gonna be, in the war rooms, like trying to find us the best players. Because I felt like over the last few years, I feel like Derek Hine kind of gets a bit of a bad rap. But
Well, if
obviously
Lockie is
everyone.
still streaming tonight, I'm definitely watching.
Ooh, why? It looks like my internet's gone down.
Well, Martin, man, I'm gonna go to the lorry. Fuck, I'm
Yep.
real busting. I'll definitely be back on. If dinner is, I'll check Twitter. If Locking isn't streaming tonight, you can keep, definitely can keep going.
Yep. Yeah, no, when Loki comes on, I'm sure we should get some level of confirmation when they're gonna start. I'd imagine it'd be 7:30, so whenever they announce it, I'm happy to finish. 7:15, 7 o'clock.
Because I gotta have dinner shortly too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm obviously now starting to get yeah, my upload speed back is good.
Alright, I'll be back home.
Yep. Starting to get yeah, my upload speed back is good.
Alright, I'll be back home.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, everything should be good. So yeah, we'll just move forward with everything. And yeah, I don't think we had any injuries or anything like that to change. I'll just check just to make sure. Oh, there you go, Degoe. Hey, apologies for that. Grundy, need to get him back in the ruck. Dibs on ball. Jeez. We get Sidebottom back in there. Fox, Stengel, Kruger, Henry, Sidebottom. I'll probably take Dib out and I'll bring in who did we have out? Degoe. I probably need like a midfielder on ball. Who's our best on ball? Maybe nah, not Nish. I'm just gonna put AJ in there. I think AJ definitely deserves a game round one. So we'll throw him in there. Yep, there we go. Just probably want to make sure. Are we doing? Yeah, we're doing 1080p. Yep. Okay, let's play some footy. Okay. Ball. Go. Ah, damn. Thought I was gonna get it to run around him, but obviously not. Ooh, Oscar Elliott's. Yes, there you go. Got the first goal of the game. Yes, Coxie, come on, get this. Yes. Kick this straight. Yep, there you go. Oh, Coxie, is he there? Yes, he is. Right when you need him. Yes. Another goal for Coxie. Was that 2? Yeah, there you go. Yes, got him. Oh, here we go, Stengel. Coming in for a goal. Can you get the distance? Oh no, he's going to shank this. Oh, no, he's going to send it to the top of the goal square and kicks. And there you go, Slotsy's third, I think. There you go. Ooh. Yes, there you go. Angle off the ground, kicks the goal. Yep. Cox. Oh. It is Darcy Gardner at Mount Cox, seriously. In terms of a one-on-one one-on-one mark, you think Coxie would have him covered. Oh no. No. Kruger could have had another goal. That's our first miss too. Come on, more, get there, get there. Yes, more. What more can you do? Ooh.
Thank you, guys. I'll have it. No prior.
Is it 7:30? Alright, awesome, Tom. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'll probably pop off at 7:15, I guess then. Maybe 7 actually. Well, I probably might have one more game and then I'll off, I guess. There you go.
All clear.
Actually, I wouldn't mind actually getting your thoughts on Cox. Actually, Tom, you reckon we should be keeping him, or do you reckon him going off to Brisbane is probably best for him? You reckon? Ooh.
Let him up. Well, well.
I'll do it at halftime. Because I feel like with Cox, to me, in the last few days, my opinion has kind of changed on him only just because of like, I guess if we get the players that we want to get, you know, our midfield's going to be a bit better. Our forward line, we're going to have, you know, a few guys who can crumb the ball really well. You know, it seems like we're shaping up pretty nicely for, you know, everyone to do their job and to do their job well. So if you've got your tallest forward as I believe it would be Kruger. That's the most realistic chance to play round one. He's 196 centimeters, so we don't have anyone around that 2 meter mark. I personally wouldn't, and we know obviously with Cox how much experience he has. I wouldn't be totally against keeping him, having him be the height that he's at, and then if you have guys like like a Stengel, an Elliott. I'm not sure if we'll probably get Jared Cameron. He might be next year. Because it was reported he was going to have 12 months off. But yeah, just to have those guys, then maybe, someone like a Bow if we get a couple injuries. Trying to think. Bianco might be an alright crummer. Uh, Inovan, I would imagine, would be a good crummer sort of thing. We're getting guys that can play that crumbing role really well. So, at worst case scenario, if you kick a ball to a marking contest where Cox is at, either best case scenario takes the mark and has a set shot, or he drops it and you got guys like Stengel ready to pounce on it. If it doesn't go into Cox's hands. So I feel like we're in a better situation if Cox is actually in the forward line, where this year we hadn't really, except for maybe Bo. We hadn't really had many guys, or maybe Elliott too. Checkers is actually an underrated crummer in my opinion personally. But we just don't have a lot of guys that do that role exceptionally well. And, as I said, you get someone like a Stengel in, that's one of his best traits. And then it makes Cox look a lot better. It probably puts less pressure on Cox to take the mark too, because then he's not worried about dropping it, because he knows if he drops it, it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it would be good to know your thoughts. Because personally, at this point, I think I'd take him. Oh, sorry, I'd keep him. Want to get that Cox? Get there. Yes. Jesus, no wind at all. Jamie just popped in to say hi too. Nice of him. Come on, checkers, find someone. Probably you got someone. Oh no. Go straight to the opposition. Ooh. Come on, Cox, this is yours. Oh, come on. I don't think you get there. No. And there's some Collingwood news coming in. It's just dating all the what's happening with all the trade periods and everything. Yeah, so Free agency will start on Friday. Trade period will open Monday. And you got list lodgements. There you go, delisted free agency period through Thursday through to the next Friday. That's probably where we'll probably get Stengel and Nasha, I'd assume. And then the draft is on the 24th of November. And then round 2 is the day after on the 25th. And then the preseason and rookie draft is the day after on the 26th. So, there you go. And then the final club list lodgement has to be done by the 29th of November. So we'll know what our full list in terms of players will look like by the 29th of November. Now, if there's anybody in the chat, because I'm not 100% sure on this, so if anyone does know this, that this would be great. Now I've just lost what I was going to say. I might also just get that ready. Yeah, there you go. That is 7:30. Alright, awesome. What was it? Oh yeah, if we do need any coaches, or we're all good for coaches, so the ones we have now, because I know Skipworth and one of the Selwoods stayed. I want to say it's Scott Selwood, who was he was the player slash coach. Because I know Troy was one that left due to, he had like family issues or personal issues. So he's no longer at the club, but I want to say that it's Adam that we have. I think Adam is still there. Because he was at the club as a player coach. Or a player like assistant coach or VFL development coach or something along those lines. So if he's still there, and that's good, because I mean I didn't have an issue with him. I thought he seemed like a good fit for the role. And then we also had him playing VFL as well too, which, you know, sure you can't go wrong with a Selwood in your side, even though it's VFL. But those Selwoods can definitely play their footy, that's for sure. Actually, it was a Scott Selwood. Say that Adam was Scott. Because I definitely know Troy was the one that had the family reasons. Get there. How's that in the back?
Leave it on. Go clear.
Oh,
Got him in.
punch. Good. Go forward. Yes, and then checkers. Good work. Come on. Yes, there you go. Got the goal there. I think we might actually finish it after this game, to be honest. And then we can have enough time to fit another game in.
Footy. I'll have it.
Ah. I would have been away too. Oh, here we go. Got Grundy there. Man, didn't see him coming. Yes, there you go. Alright, get in the forward line. Oh, Kyox, what's he gonna do? Oh. Oh, Single's injured. There you go. Very good at time. Oh, we got... Yeah. Now we'll have one more quarter, and then that's it. And then we'll have to stop there. Oh, come on.
Move it on. All clear.
Get it, kick it. Good. Oh, Jesus. Yes. Good. I was in the goal square for that. Oh, no. 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 That wasn't my best work. Oh, come on. Oh, Kiox.
Thrown in.
Um,
Right footy.
he's gassed. Come on, get there. Ah, that's good, mate. No, Roscoe. Untrophy. Yep, kick it. Ooh,
Holding the ball.
that's Stengel too. Had him running. Oh,
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Just had dinner.
Yep. Yeah, no, we've only got about a couple minutes left, and then we're gonna finish it off. Got about 6 minutes of my game left. Yeah, there wasn't really much in terms of the official news or anything like that, other than Doggy saying that they have a bit of bargaining power when they don't have any bargaining power. That's probably about it, I think.
I think they're just full of shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, I still gotta do more play range videos, which I'll try and do tomorrow. So maybe I might do one in the morning. I gotta fucking work out which ones I gotta do.
Yeah, and I reckon I'll probably just redo my best 22 video again. I'll probably have it out by tomorrow. Especially if I just redo it, and because I know what to say now, so I won't have to edit much. There you go, Lipinski just kicked a goal. Ah, well, there you go, hard. That'll practically be it. Alright. No, Coxie kicked 5. Oh.
Personal opinion, I don't think Cox will be at Collingwood next year.
I have changed my opinion on that. I think he will stay, and we will be better off for it.
Ooh, Biko, huh?
Yeah, I genuinely hope he stays now. Oh, here we go. Two of Collingwood's emerging young talents, Trey Rusko and Jack Ginnivan, have signed contract extensions. Rusko, 19, will remain at the club until the end of 2023, while Ginnivan, 18, is committed to a 1-year deal. We knew about the Rusko, but did we know about Jack?
I only found it not that long ago on the AFL. That's how I knew. It's on a club site anyway.
Yeah, because I follow the side by side Facebook page. That's where I get it's where I get my Facebook info. If I'm on Facebook, that's where I normally get it from. Unless if there's anything else Collingwood related. But side by side's pretty good. Like they're pretty trustworthy, and you know if they put something out, like it's basically fact at that point. But I like those guys.
Have you seen my post on the Collingwood side by side?
What's that?
Have you seen my posts on there sometimes or not?
I don't think I have you on Facebook, do I?
No, but have you seen the posts I shared up on there?
On side by side.
Yeah.
Don't think so, but I'll have a look. Which one was it?
Don't know if my 3 premierships in 6 years is up there.
What, they quoted it, or?
No, I shared it from my other ones. So I copied it and I decided to share it around.
Mm. Yeah, so in terms of just updates though, there's been nothing else really. Um,
How many? At least you give me a break tonight too, man.
mm. Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't too sure if I wanted to do it, and then, well, might as well, because, um, the only thing is I just don't have any really, like, much content to dish out that's, like, brand new, and there is no content at the moment that's, like, fresh from an AFL point of view, because it's all basically, it's like the calm before the storm at the moment.
Yeah.
Because next week we'll have a shitload of things to talk about.
Oh, I know. I'll touch on it. About the trade period and who we
This
got.
guy's a complete fool. Yeah, he goes, following the money worked for me. You keep backing Collingwood and see how you go. But he didn't even back in his own team. So I don't know how I find these people, but I do somehow. Yeah, exactly. I just need to just let this dude talk for me, basically. Because he just responded with, well, I backed them at 34, so I'm not complaining. But by following the money, I also backed McKay for the Coleman, uh, and also Demons when they were 34 and 26 to 1, respectively. This argument has nothing to do with Collingwood, but just rating teams based on the market. Because if you had to make a bet, and obviously, like, you know, this may come from as a biased answer from yourself, because you are, like, you do follow Collingwood. But is there a world where you see next year that you see Carlton finishing above Collingwood?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Because I can't trust them.
yeah, and especially with how they are with their board, new coach, they're probably gonna have to rebuild again. They probably won't do like a massive rebuild, but they'll do like a half rebuild, half not.
Even with us, because we got a head start, I reckon what this might do is that we can work on how we want to play, and that will continue to happen. And I think you'll see in pre-season games, practice matches, and trainings as well that you're going to see more of the way that we want to play.
Mm.
So if we're going to be attacking, obviously, like, you're going to have to learn how to defend as well. It's all good to attack, but you know that at times it's not gonna hurt as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is there anything you want to finish up on with, like, saying any final words? Because I think I might
I
head off.
think he's what I think, and you can take my word for it. Obviously, before Lockie ends up streaming,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
even though
mean, we've
it's
got another
street
8
watching,
minutes. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I reckon we will get some either second round picks or third round picks for Lipinski. I think Kruger might be the same, and just stock up on the picks as much as possible. Then, if you got enough for Josh Dacos, I would chuck in
You mean Nick Dacos?
for Nick Dacos. I would chuck in either a future second round pick or first round pick. That's what I would do, and I
So,
would get rid of Cox. I get rid of Braden Sire, so I get more picks for them if I had to.
yeah.
Because I think what they will do is there's potential chance that they might end up keeping what's his name from Josh Thomas. I think we'll keep Josh Thomas. That should be enough, I think, in my opinion, to keep the best players as possible.
Mm. Yeah. And just to go off this person that's off Twitter, like, yeah, like the levels of flog that this person had to go to just to brag about himself is pretty funny, to be honest. Because
Well, we need.
the fact that the comment was Pies will finish up higher than Carlton. He then he basically laughs at that and then says, well, the betting suggests otherwise, and has Collingwood down the bottom. Actually, what's Carlton? Uh, they're about 4 spots higher than us.
Have you commented on it?
Not after the original message. I might do, I might not, but should I even bother talking to someone that follows Carlton? Because it's not going to go far. I mean, their IQ is not very high, so I wouldn't want to explode their brain with too many big words.
No, I wouldn't mind having a look at it.
Yeah. And then he like talks as if like he backed Melbourne in when Melbourne were like 40-1, and it even shows they were $4.50, and then he chucked $800 on it. So Melbourne could have lost in the grand final, and he would have been down $800. But anyway, it's best to probably not go too much further into that. But yeah, I think we'll head off. So if everyone that's watching the stream, thanks for you guys' support. Make sure to check out Kev as well. On Kev's Magpies. Make some great content, and yeah, if you want to check him out, yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate it too. But yeah, for now, yeah, we've reached to the end of the stream. So if you like the stream, please like the stream, and if you want more of my content, please subscribe. And I would like to see all of you guys in another video and or stream. But for now, we'll head off and we'll see you guys later. Alright, see you guys.
Peace out.
Good.